Today we have with us a special guest, Mr. Tim Clifton. Tim is a friend of mine. He's a singer, songwriter, musician, producer, worship leader. He does it all, and overall, just cool cat. So we just have him here. Just want to spend a little time conversing with him. Tim, welcome to the show.
Hey man, thanks for having me.
Hey, as a worship leader, I just want to reach out to other worship leaders and just find out from you what your process is, your relationship, how do you approach worship, both personal as opposed to a corporate environment. How does that process start with you?
Well, I think it's kind of the same.
Mm-hmm.
I believe a worship leader just gives an extension of who they are during the week. On
Right.
Sunday morning, I believe your worship leader is just continuing what they do during the week on a Sunday morning.
Exactly.
I believe you're just doing it now up in front of people, as well as being attentive to the fact that you got people singing with you and you're
Right.
leading people,
Right.
and you don't want to run off and lead them. So I believe a worship leader, I used to think it was a process to prepare, for the week,
Right.
to lead worship on Sunday. And I do think you should do some studying and
Right.
in the Word of God. A great worship leader
Right.
should know the Word of God. I think
Right.
that's the way you edify people in
Mhm.
worship. It's through the Word of God and not through screaming and shouting and fussing.
Mhm.
But I also believe you should do that. But I also think that worship is a lifestyle, and we've
Right,
heard
right.
that so many times. We've heard that cliche.
Yes.
But I really believe it's a lifestyle, and as you continue to live, or as you live through the week, you just get an extension of what you've been doing all week on Sunday.
Great, great. Let me ask you this. This is just, and I hate to throw you a curveball, but how long would you say, well, first of all, how long have you been leading worship?
I think I've been doing the whole worship leader thing for about 13 years now.
Okay.
I've always just been a musician.
Right.
I started playing guitar when I was 4, and I was comfortable as a musician. Never even wanted to sing or play.
Okay.
Or I wanted to play. I never wanted to sing or write or preach. I'm not a preacher, and it's something I don't want to do.
Right.
If God ever called me to do it and give me the confidence with it, then I'll do it.
Okay.
But I've been doing about 13 years,
Okay.
getting up and doing it. And still getting comfortable with the fact that it's what He called me to do.
Right, right. Now, this is, I guess, the thing. As I guess, a young beginner as far as leading God's people in
Mhm.
worship, was there ever a time with you where there was this yin and yang, I guess, as it related to leading God's people as opposed to performance? And how did you?
Yeah, I never had a problem with that because my heart, I think I came in a different concept because I came in not wanting to do it. I think that yin and that yang comes with those who have a desire to perform and
Right.
to be an artist and to be known
Right.
and to have that whole thing going. I came in like I don't really want to do this.
Right.
So I think I never struggled in any of that because I always had this dependence on God and the Spirit of God to carry me through it because I don't sing that well to where I could feel like I could carry it on my own.
Okay.
And I know it's kind of bluntly, but there are some people that just have talent and they can just operate in their talent and then they can carry them through it.
Right.
I didn't feel I had enough talent to just get up. So I was so dependent on the Spirit of God to lead me.
Great,
I was so
great.
prayerful. I was so into the Word, trying to make sure I'm in position
Right.
for Him to use me. So I didn't deal with the yin and the yang. And I think those were some of my strongest days. And that's actually something that I'm praying and asking God for more of now. Is just that longing and that dependency because now I'm a little more experienced.
Right, right.
So I know, if this don't work, I play myself out of it.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
So that's something that I want to get back to, that hunger and that pure desire
Great,
to be Spirit led.
Great. Yeah. Now, earlier I mentioned that you were also a musician.
Yes, sir.
And how long? At what age did you start?
I started playing guitar at age 4. My dad is a singer. Was a singer. He doesn't sing and play anymore, but he sang and played guitar.
Okay.
And he plays harmonica.
Okay.
And preaches and all of that. And my dad would do street services, and I would go out and play the drums, and we would go. I started playing at 4. He would play guitar, practice at the house. He got up one day. He told me this story. He got up, went to the restroom. He said as he was coming back, he heard the guitar playing. Okay. And I was one, back in the day, you know, everybody wanted to be like their dad. Right. We live in a different day. Right. My dad would take off his shirt. I took off my shirt. Right. If he put on his overalls, mama, I want to wear my overalls.
Right, right.
So with my dad being my hero, to say, if he played the guitar, I was standing there like I was playing, and I was watching. And I think it's just the gifting. And he got up, go to the restaurant. He came back. I was sitting there with that big old guitar in my hand. I was playing exactly what I heard him play.
Oh, great.
And since then, I've been playing, and I learned other instruments because we would go to churches. He would preach, and he would say, "Hey, is that a bass over there?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Go play it."
Wow.
And I'd be like, "I don't know how." He'd be like, "Figure it out."
Oh, man.
By the time we leave, you'll know how to play it. And I started learning how to play instruments that way. He said, "Get over here and play that." I'll be like, "I don't know what to do." Just play with it. You'll figure it out. Man. And that's how I developed. So a lot of my musicianship, I developed from my dad and having a relationship with him. And I think just the God-given talent that he's given, the gifting that he gave me to do it. So since I was 4 years old, I'm 33 now.
Oh, man.
And it's just been a gifting. I play a little piano in that same tune. I remember sitting in the back of the church, and the guy that was playing at the church had an attitude and didn't want to play that day. So he went and sat in the back of the church. And you know, in black church, if ain't no organ, piano, we suffering.
Right.
So I remember sitting at the organ that day saying, and I touched the organ, and I said this to myself. I didn't make a big scene. I just said, I touched the organ. I said, "God, if you would give me the ability to play it, I would never go sit down if I needed to do it." Wow. And I think in 6 months, I was able to carry a service.
Wow.
I didn't see nobody show me. Yeah, that's crazy.
Now, at what age and how soon after that did God start giving you songs?
I think I started writing songs around 15, 16 years old. Wow. And my brother and I were real close, and we still are. And we would ride the bus. It's kind of how it developed. My whole ministry aspect kind of started then. God showed me. I was riding the bus in Dallas here. We used to have a bus called a 66 Crosstown. Okay. If you know anything about riding the bus, it went all the way around the Metroplex. It was like Loop 12. It just went. It was about a 3-hour ride if you rode all the way around. And I distinctly remember sitting there, and God showing me like black and white pictures of my life and my calling and my purpose. He showed me my group. He showed me traveling and playing and singing. I had long hair. Man. I just saw a lot
This is at 15.
This is at 15. I saw black and white still shots of my life. Man. And maybe about 18, 19, I started saying, okay, if you want me to do it, I'll do it. But from 14 all the way up, I was fighting. Man. I was like, I don't want to do that. I'm scared to get up in front of people. So I think at around 14, 15, I started getting these visions of what I was supposed to do. We would ride the bus, get off the bus, to walk home or wherever. We'd make up little songs and sing and, harmonize and things like that. And that's kind of when it started, and I started realizing that he showed me that it was what I was supposed to do.
Okay, now, what was the first song, would you say?
Man, I don't have no idea.
Oh, man. Now, you've had some songs published, and do you remember the first song that was published?
I don't really know. I don't. I do know what first song I had recorded is a song called He Cares. It's a group in Miami. I went to college in Miami. It was a group there. Like my freshman, sophomore year, they were doing an album, male group, and they needed some material. And I told them I'll write a little bit, and I played a song for them, and they said, "Man, we love it." It's called He Cares. And and they took it, recorded it. It was the first time I saw my name on the album,
Oh,
and I was like, man, this is great. And I felt like the 5 Heartbeats. My song's on the radio. My song's on the radio. My song's on the radio. It was one of those moments, and you know, since then God has blessed me to have some music nationally recorded as well as some local artists. I love local projects, independent artists. God has blessed me to do several, maybe 10 or 15 songs with independent artists, and I look up to them as much as I would, you know, the major artists.
Okay, great. Now fast forward a few years, and you're about to release what, your third?
It's my third project. We did our first album in '04, entitled "My Life Is Available to You." I did a exclusive CD that a lot of people don't know about, but it's actually out there.
Okay.
It's on is it on iTunes? It's on our website, timcliftonwithpurpose.com. It's an exclusive CD that's got some artists that I've been producing, I've been working with, as well as I'm on there, and we're doing some collection of music with them and some with me. So that was the exclusive CD. So now we're getting ready to release our third project with Tim Clifton and Purpose, entitled "In Him We Live."
Okay, and we can find that on iTunes.
It'll be on iTunes. I think my wife just told me today that I need to go ahead and get the process started.
Okay.
So in the next 2 weeks, we're doing our release. 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
It will already be on.
Okay.
So
now you have a single.
I do have a single from the album, from the project that's already out. It's called "Nobody." It's on iTunes. It's on TuneCore. It's on Amazon. All of the digital websites. It's called "Nobody," and it's been doing pretty well.
Great. Okay, everybody, this is Tim Clifton, and I hate to cut it short, but we got to get out of here. Welcome again. Thanks for coming to Jim and Cookie TV. Stay tuned, because we're going to have interviews with different artists and worship leaders, and we'll want to share that with everybody. So once again, thank you for tuning in to Jim and Cookie TV, and we'll see you next time.